I couldn't reach that vent, even if I stood on Mitch's shoulders.
Wouldn't it make more sense for me to stand on your shoulders anyway?
Are you kidding? Look at your heels. You look like you could use a nice ocean cruise.
Still my travel agent, eh?
What's in these cases?
Take a look. It's all the double-end tickets Hector and Dom have stolen over the years. Each one stolen from a good soul, and now they just sit there.
That's it.
What?
They just sit there. That's what's been bothering me. In the days when I was a hot salesman, I used to see double-end tickets all the time, and they move.
What do you mean they move?
They become agitated around human souls, and the ticket that belongs to you will actually fly into your hand. But these tickets, and the tickets in that suitcase of Charlie's, it's like they're dead. Why would Hector and Domino be hoarding cases of counterfeit double-end tickets? I couldn't reach that vent, even if I stood on Mitch's shoulders. Why would Hector and Domino be hoarding cases of counterfeit double-end tickets? I don't want to bust all that. I can't read. I couldn't reach that vent, even if I stood on Mitch's shoulders. Not picking that up. My scythe. I couldn't even reach it with that. My scythe. I like the... I don't want to mess up my blade. I don't want to mess up my blade.
It's funny, the casting of Manny was...
I couldn't reach that vent.
It was tough because, you know, obviously you have... I wanted to hire somebody who was legitimately Hispanic and not somebody putting on a fake accent.
Right, oh, for sure.
And normally in a sort of a casting process, you'd sit down with the project leader and you'd probably have 5 to 10 candidates that you'd be looking at. And with Manny, we had 2. And... Tony was more Humphrey Bogart, and the other actor was more comedic. And I was terrified that Tim was going to go the comedic route because I thought Tony was the guy. And I remember printing out resumes for the 2 guys, and Tony had a lot more experience.
Ha! Bust all my... I don't want to bust all... I think that would just bring the whole ugly thing crashing down on me. Esa cosa is heavy. These must be very, very sensitive. That thing is definitely not my size. These must be very, very... They're all locked up. These must be very, very sensitive coral harvest reports. Why would Hector and Domino be hoarding cases of counterfeit double-end tickets? I couldn't reach that vent, even if I... Electric... I don't... I couldn't reach that vent, even if I stood on Mitch's shoulders. I can't reach that high. I can't reach that high. After you.
What about the suitcases?
Forget them. They're counterfeit. They wouldn't fit through this hole anyway. Let's go.
Gladys, I'm so glad to see you.
Aww. Is the boat already?
Yeah, come on. Let's go eat some reef.
Works like crazy. Full speed ahead. What?
So are you really going to bring me back and try to get your old job again?
There's no job for me now except to bring you and everyone else here to the end of the road.
But if you aren't going to use me to get your job back, why did you spend all this time trying to find me?
Meche, I needed to find you.
I give you one job, Manny. And look at you,
already screwing it up! I suppose you realize that this is gonna go down on your permanent record.
I don't believe you, Calavera. You're losing a fight, so you pick on one of my pets?
Why aren't you more like me, Manny? I've been trying to show you how, but you don't listen. If you just adopt the proper attitude, just look what could happen to you.
Name?
Pugsy Pelagiano, sir.
Waiting room number 2. Next.
Flores! Flores! ¿Estás bien?
Glottis, where'd you go this time? Glottis.
Hear the name of the Great One. Glottis.
What's happening?
How many days has this grand demon gone without driving?
Well, we've been hiking for months.
Months? Months? Oh, then the Noble One will surely die.
But
Leslie, I remember how you worked to keep everyone together and to help the team snuff out bugs and get this thing finished up. And I have to confess something after all these years, that as we would observe bugs in the game, that translated merely to us as, okay, fellas, we have more time. Let's get back to work.
Yeah.
Let's make this stuff even.
There was somebody that will remain nameless, but But I remember they said, because they'd come out of advertising, and they said, well, there's 3 types of animation. There are dogs and cats who chase each other. There are dogs and cats that talk to each other. And then there are logos that spin around. Those are the 3 types of animation. So I guess we need to put
that
chains.
made one potentially amazing animator quit.
Yes.
That ended up being
Pixar.
a soup at Pixar. So
Yes.
you can do your own homework to find out who that was.
Your mother doesn't work here. Since nobody listened to my last warning about keeping this refrigerator clean, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to lock it until some of you grow up. Signed, the Facilities Department. How eerie. They lock up their tools just like Gladys.
You can hear your brother's charango in this too. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it was a second ago. I think I heard it. It's somewhere in the Mayan train station music.
What's wrong with him?
Do you not know the one purpose, the one skill, the one desire of this humble spirit?
Yes, but we've been so far away from cars and civilization for so long.
Why did he ever leave his home?
I got him fired, and then I needed a ride. Oh, Gladys, what have I done to you? Can you cure him?
His spirit has fallen so low, normal driving would not cure him in time. He needs to go faster. Faster!
Who are you guys?
We are mechanics, same as he. But we have never before seen one of our kind so large.
Do you have any vehicles here that we could use to revive him?
Only the trucks that deliver the souls, but they are slow. So slow.
I've got to go see what I can do.
Come back quickly, for his time here is not long.
Gladys, I'm sorry. Manny! Why didn't you tell me you were sick?
Couldn't stop. Have to save everyone.
Are you in much pain, my friend?
Only because I let you down, Manny.
What can I get you? Will anything help?
I need to race to fly like the old days, Manny. In the bone wagon.
But the bone wagon's not here, carnal.
Maybe I'll see her on the other side.
Can't we make a new hot rod?
Those days are done, Manny. No more hot rod. Hey, what's that red thing?
The gondola?
Sweet decal work. Listen, fellas, somebody get a pen. There it is, my final work. It could save me if you have the right... fuel.
What fuel, Gladys? Gladys, what fuel? It looks like blueprints for a rocket sled. They're brilliant. Hey, how about a gondola ride, gremlins?
He's too big. The gondola is too slow.
It looks like blueprints for a rocket sled. They're brilliant. Oh, Gladys would love these. Bruno? Bruno Martinez?
You were the guy who packed me in there. You could have at least given me a magazine. 4 years with nothing to read but this damn mug. What are you doing here? And if you were headed this way, why didn't you offer me a lift? Ah! Wait, I'm getting out of here. This world's for suckers.
Hello? Hello? They're empty. That's the road we came in on. Nothing out there but snow and a perfectly good pair of sunglasses.
Manny!
What's wrong?
Go up there and see!
Hey, where is everybody?
Waiting area 2.
How long do they have to wait in there?
Until they have tickets. They were issued tickets on the number 9, and they don't have them now. The punishment for selling double-end tickets is very severe.
But they didn't sell their tickets. Their tickets were stolen.
By who?
Hector Le Mans stole them to sell to rich people who don't deserve them.
That might be them now. Let's see just what they deserve.
Well, it's not that I'm afraid or anything, but there are easier ways into the station, and I'm not walking back to El Morro. Hey, how'd you get free?
I was born free, Boatnik. Nobody gave me no ticket, so nobody can take it away.
So what are you pacing around here for?
Trying to even out my life in this world before I go on to the next, you know. Well, that ought to do her.
Goodbye, Chapito.
Happy trails, Captain. And thanks for setting me straight back there in the drink. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hide it under some seaweed. No, I'm gonna let it shine.
I could actually do it. I could walk out of this world right now and not look back. But I can't. I can't. I'm not leaving without the people I promised to save. I could march around in it like Chapito, but I think a better way to even out my life would be to go get those tickets.
Now that's the ashtray that is the very first shot of the game and the very last shot of the game are the same, just like in Sugarland Express. So the shot of the little figurines around that ashtray is the same as the band that stands around this fountain later.
Right.
That's how you prove that you took at least one film school class in college. You make the first shot the same as the last shot. Basic stuff. And it's also spiritual in the way that it feels. That's how you feel like you feel like this is the end of the game, because when you get to the part in the story where like people are in the clouds or in the heavens, and you start to hear the pan flute music, you know you're kind of near the end of the story somehow.
Right.
But then you go back and there's a whole nother year. which creates a feeling of the game being super long. Like I'm playing Mario right now, and there's more and more levels. After the end of the story, there's more.
Recently, I was visited by a bird with a human head. Do you know such a bird, Manuel Calavera?
No. How do you know my...
And for you, he left this note.
I think this is something I should keep to myself. It looks like blueprints for... They're brilliant. It looks like they're brilliant.
You know, Leslie, I remember how you worked to keep everyone...
I hate it when people leave their crusty mugs out in the break room. It's full of rags. Sadly, I have no mug to hang. Always a good idea to have a clean rag around. This better not stain my pocket.
What was in that mug? Something that powerful could fuel a rocket. If only we had more.
Well, I could score you a couple of truckloads if you're interested.
We shoot you now like an arrow into the wind. May you pierce the heart of the wind itself and drink the blood of flight. Speed is the food of the great glottis. Speed bring you life. Come back to us someday.
You sure this thing's going to hold together?
At least most of the way. Hey, look! We're already to Rubacava.
Manny? Manny? Manny, where are you? Manny, I'm frightened! Ah, Rubacava! What a town! Remember the glory days, Manny?
Long gone, my friend. There's nothing here for us now.
Except maybe our old car.
Dios mío!
She's been
booby-trapped.
By who? Who?
Don't panic.
Yeah!
Don't panic.
Yeah!
I know what you're up to. I've been watching. Stay there. I'm coming to sprout you myself. Yours truly, Hector Le Mans. Híjole. Maintenance has gotten pretty lax around here, apparently.
Manuel Calavera? Well, what happened to the Limbo?
Hate to tell you, Velasco, but she went down at the Pearl. But we found a new ship, the SS La Mancha, and managed to...
The La Mancha? My old rusty bucket. Where is she?
Oh, well, we traded her in Puerto Zapato for a team of sled dogs.
That does it. I'm out of this stinking mob town.
But...
Thanks for finding my baby, Manny. Puerto Zapato, here I come.
Mob town? Maybe I'll just finish this for him.
Well, I think it's one of the real challenges for adventure games because so many things you make for an adventure game are single use. Like single use animation, single use scenes, single use textures. They're all like you do a first person shooter, you do, adventure game, like a platform or something like that. There's so many animations that get reused so many times throughout the whole game. And an adventure game, a huge amount of it is just custom throwaway, meant to be seen, once or twice, and occasionally, all the time, like walk cycles. But it's not like Mario. At the time they were doing Mario 64, and it's like Mario has a ridiculous number of animations, but it's a finite set, and it's like they can all be loaded at all times. In this game, you have to dynamically load all the animations as they're needed, and you have to make sure they're available before they're triggered, so you don't get these glitches. And while you wait for them, and a lot of them are just, they're thrown away. They have to get, every single one has to be individually processed by a human to get them into the game and potentially rigged up. And that's one of the challenges of making adventure games, is that you have all these sort of custom things and you want to reuse them as much as possible, but in order to do that you have to automate a lot of stuff, automate as much processing as you can, but you still have to have that ability to fix things. In film we'll fix it in post. It's the same kind of thing. It's like we'll fix it in the engine, or we'll fix it in the tool, as opposed to we'll fix it in the source art.
And that's the like you can walk to any room you want, and like all the little one-off assets. I think that's a unique challenge technically to adventure games that a lot of other games, other genres don't really have to address. But we're constantly like loading in custom stuff and kicking custom stuff out, and on this game, memory is tight. You walk into this room and we need 16-bit flipbooks of doors opening and closing, and one-off animations of you may go and play the piano, you may not go and play the piano, and there's all this technical kind of tomfoolery going on of trying to get the content that may be that somebody
might be used,
might not be used. You might just be running through this room to some other room,
place, yeah.
And it's not like loading up a level in a first-person shooter where you're like, okay, I know what's going to be in front of the user at any one point in time, and we're going to use the same bad guy 50 times over. So I just need to get the stuff to run the bad guy in memory. This was this constant dance of like just-in-time loading and management of stuff, because you could walk into this room and spend 10 minutes in this room and explore every bit of content that this room could offer you, or you could just be running through on your way to somewhere else.
Back to this other puzzle.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Garv, this is the set that you had to build
this
twice.
This is Garov's, right?
Yeah, this is the one.
This was the gift that kept on giving.
Very beautiful, I might add.
Yes. Well, a second time is...
Too kind. Yeah, the second time.
But I'm sorry, you were saying that was a real building.
Yeah, yeah.
Where? Was that in Spain?
I think it's in Paris, I think.
Oh.
And I remember seeing a photo of it and being like, wait, Peter.
No, good artist borrow, great artist steal.
But it was great. I mean, Grimm is definitely still sort of the most satisfying project I think I've ever worked on. It was just a lot of fun, and you know, the Cuban actors, American actors, Irish actors, a guy from Hungary, you know, just all over the place, just to bring that sort of diversity to it. But it was great. I mean, Grimm is definitely.
Calavera, what are you doing here? I heard you went pow in Zapato, Daddy.
Well, Hector LeMans tried and missed. Now it's my turn. I'm headed to El Maro to put him out of business.
Manny, that place has changed. You don't know what you're getting into. Just give me a minute to get ready.
Okay, but if you hear a loud explosion anytime soon, the trip's off. That's what the lumbago diorama needed. Fake ocean water.
I remember some trickle-down drama from upstairs in the test pit towards the end where things didn't seem to be getting done as fast as whomever wanted them to be getting done, you know. And I just remember, like, there was some question as to whether or not we'd have to cut a bunch of scenes or even a whole year from the game, you know, or something, because stuff wasn't coming in.
That was terrifying.
Yeah.
Not to sound like a capitalist oppressor, but I have people who do that for me now.
Is it time to go yet?
No. We're having a little car trouble.
Come by when it's time.
I think I offended Tim once when I said, Tim, you should write scripts for movies. This is such a great idea. And Tim said, I make video games. I want to make video games. Why are you telling me to do something different? And I felt bad.
You cried that time?
No, I only cry at night, late at night. But, I mean,
Tim was often at the office at nighttime. I remember him locking his office door and me trying to peek in between the curtains he laid over top of the glass. And he would be in there for days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
When he finally got down to doing the dialogue stuff, I remember that it was always like a pressure valve that blew on him at one time or another, and he would just lock himself in and churn out this amazing dialogue.
No, I mean, I think Tim was a very intimidating person. To try and be funny around Tim was hard because he was so funny, and I never felt like I kind of rose to.
I relied on my funny Canadianness,
right,
and my looks. That was enough.
I think it was, yes, your biting wit.
I think I bested him one time with a facial expression that was not intentional.
What was the expression? Can you do it for the people on the commentary?
You'll see it in the game if you look hard enough.
Good Lord.
Amazing.
Don't panic.
Someone told me like this was the moment they cried in the game just hearing how scared Glottis was in the scene, because he gets really frightened. And it's actually a reference to a claim that a babysitter made about me when they were babysitting me. They said, "Oh, gee, you were so scared when your parents." You would sit there and you'd say, "Mother, mother, I'm frightened." And I was like, "No, okay. First of all, I never said that. I never said mother."
Yeah, that's suspicious right there.
But it got to be this family joke. "Mother, I'm frightened. I'm frightened, mother." And so that line actually got in the game.
Don't panic. Don't panic. Looks like Domino left his calling card.
But how? I saw him torn to shreds.
He must have done this on his last trip through town.
What's that?
It's, lumbago lemonade. Try it.
Perkly little aperitif, actually. Yes, sirree. Not bad, tall. Tell me where you got that right now!
Olivia's kitchen.
Lumbago lemonade!
Manny, aren't we in a hurry?
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Oh, my stomach don't stretch like it used to.
So what is that stuff they pack canned hams in? Good show, my friend.
You wouldn't happen to have a breath mint on you, I suppose.
Someone told me like this was.
Make a gel.
Hey, I made it spill. The rest is up to you.
Shut your hole. I don't want to wake up Toto. I don't want to wake up Toto.
I have to say, coming out of school, I felt super lucky to, first of all, be hired by LucasArts by some colleagues of mine who went to the same school, and to walk into this building and see all the concept art for this game on the walls. I was like a kid in a candy store. It was instant, euphoric inspiration, and I just felt like the luckiest guy in the world coming out of school, getting to work on a project of this caliber. It was beautiful.
To some extent, Grim Fandango is a bit of a mutt. It's got pieces of Jedi Knight, it's got pieces of Scum, it's got pieces of Outlaws, it's got pieces of, it's got iMuse coming in, and it's got the Lua language. So it was a game kind of made on a shoot, for all the technical challenges in it. A lot of pieces were sort of pre-existing, and kind of it was a matter of maybe a new era of game development where you don't write everything from scratch, but you kind of put it together in the best possible way.
Well, and one of the kind of the side effects of that was, since we had pretty robust solutions to video playback and rendering and art pipes in front of us, it really, a lot of the effort, aside from just making everything, all the blocking and tackling working, was spent in on how to making games like this.
Make it gel.
Hey, I made it spill. The rest is up to you. Hey, good idea. I bet I could keep it down now that it's cold.
Just let me get across first, okay?
I don't know if people agree with me. That was my idea of what do they call something that makes you barf? Something you take, you drink that makes you. No, not expectorant.
No, it's like
Epicac.
Epicac. That's the
like
syrup.
a verbal epicac.
Yeah.
Manny talks about the stuff they pack canned hams in because it's always grossed me out, that weird gelatin. Everyone would have a different thing that they'd bring up that would make them barf.
Right.
What's yours?
Yeah. Ipecac.
Oh, look at that.
Well, here goes nothing.
Sounds like what you do.
Looks like Hector's taken over the whole town.
He hasn't had much resistance. There's only one small group who oppose him, and they live out on the fringes of the city.
Places like this, you mean?
I hope they're not hurting Glottis.
Ha. Shows what you know about this group. Their leader is a great man who...
Manuel Calavera, we meet again. I see you have found what you were looking for. How fortunate for you to arrive now, just as we too are about to achieve success. Our army has grown, and right now our top agents are in Hector's weapons lab, about to close in on the enemy in his own den. I couldn't have done it without you, Manuel.
It was a trap!
Stand back. There's only one thing to do.
Thank you, sir! You have saved me! But more than that, you have enabled me to continue to serve the movement!
What did you say about a trap?
Hector uncovered our agent in his weapons lab.
No.
You idiot, Bowsley. Your new lab assistant is a spy. Haven't you ever heard of a background check?
What?
No time to explain. Now I'll have to take matters into my own hands.
Take me with you. I've longed to be of service to your cause for years.
Better save this part from sprouting.
One of the standard things that happens in noir is a guy meets a woman that just spirals him into a world of shadows and intrigue and stuff like that. And sometimes it's because it's a femme fatale who's up to no good, and sometimes it's also a totally innocent woman who just happens to be on this path that she's in sort of trouble, and he gets pulled into it. So you meet Meche in this world, and it spins Manny off into this whole different path. But it's really, for some reason, it was important to me that Manny was actually partially to blame, or feel like he was partially to blame.
Right.
Like he thought he had caused her to be lost.
Right.
When it was actually more Domino's fault that she got sent off. He stole her number 9 ticket.
Well, you didn't want to blame the woman, like
Well, no,
say Double Indemnity does, or
yeah, where she was actually scheming and
Yeah.
and where this is more just someone who Manny feels like he has caused misfortune to come to.
right, or Maltese Falcon does for that matter. Yeah.
No, calls stopped coming for you the day you left. They're still sending you that lingerie catalog, though.
Hector, I almost have that new bouquet of tulips ready for you.
Listen to me once and for all, pals. You are not a florist. You are a manufacturer of web.
But
Yeah, I remember having to get extensions. That was like my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
No, I would have to go in because I'd be the same thing. Because I always advocate for the artist, and I did. I mean, that's why I loved working with Tim. He's so creative. And so we would talk and collaborate, and then when I'm like, no, look, this is the date, because I'm trying to say the date, and then he did the, the ship story. And so then we had to go get more time. And I was like, well, how are we going to do that? And then he was like, here's my technique. I go into Jack's office, and I stay in there, and I threaten to light myself on fire, and I just scream, and I stay in there until he extends the date. And I'm like, that's a great strategy.
Yeah, it worked.
I know. It worked. Threaten to light myself on fire.
Well,
That's
see, we would never try that in the sound department because Jack would just say, go ahead.
Yeah.
I bet the agent in this photo is the poor guy that Hector just shot. Okay, here's the plan. I need a disguise so I can get close to Hector, and a gun so we'll have something to talk about when I get there.
If you figure out that part, I'll go find out where he is.
His casino tower is directly above these headquarters.
All right, meet me there.
Volunteers quickly for dangerous work. She could be very useful to the cause.
As far as I'm concerned, she is the cause. Hector, I almost have that...
Listen to me once, and you are not a florist.
But I...
Oh my God!
Look at that.
I forgot about this set.
That looks like a painting or something. That's great.
Yeah, this is one of the. Yeah, when you get a Peter Chan drawing, this one was a Widowmaker as well, where you just thought, how does that pipe go into that?
Things didn't quite line up.
You know, I was going to say that environment with the pipes in it, it almost had like a Day of the Tentacle or Sam and Max feel to it. There's a lot of distortion in the pipes, and felt a little more wacky than what we see in the rest of the environments.
No, definitely.
Not right now.
The big wall of concept art that was like and 15 feet tall, and you'll see on the internet, probably see some of it on the special edition of these pencil drawings that are and you only get to see them one at a time, but there were hundreds of them, and they were all pinned up to this giant corkboard.
Yeah, it's like wallpaper.
Like wallpaper. Yeah. It was amazing to see this beautiful art transform from these pencil drawings on the wall into the game in front of you, and
it kept the style in a lot of cases. I mean, some of the things were the 3D scenes were amazing.
Yeah, the faithfulness to those original Peter Chan drawings is incredible.
Got to figure out some way to disguise this pretty face before I hit the streets.
The big.
It's not like Johnny Thunder lets just anybody in his review. No. I mean, being allowed to wear the Johnny Thunder makeup is an honor. Yes. A privilege. Yes. So I said to her, you give me that 10% discount or I'm taking my business elsewhere.
You said that?
Well, oh yes, I was mad, you know. And then, here's the good part.
And then what? Oh, yeah.
Mmm, show business coffee.
Really? Oh. About time we got a PA around here. Hey. So what did you...
Little too hot for my pockets, thank you.
Of course, as soon as I save up enough money for a double-N ticket, I'm out of here.
What? You can't just buy a double N?
Well, I know somebody who knows Hector Lamans. Wow. But I guess so.
I don't see any place to serve coffee.
So then I says... Ah! Ow! Oh, what did you do that for?
I didn't.
You melted my makeup. I can't go on like this. I took you under my wing, and this is how you pay me back.
No, it's not like that.
I don't see any place to serve coffee here.
There is no. This is a really boring fact. I'm going to share it anyway. There's no inventory combinations in Grim Fandango. You can't use an object with another object in your inventory.
Oh, that's right.
So if you want to put the bone in the bone grinder, you have to put them in this receptacle in the room. Another weird mechanical contrivance from my own head. A handheld snow grinder that would plug into a giant snow grinder. I'm sure they have those, right?
Wait, what's a snow grinder?
It's like a fake, like to make fake snow for the show. And this is what I'm talking about. You can't use the hand with the snow grinder.
Oh.
So you put the snow grinder down and then put the hand in it and then pick it up. And that's how you combine. This is a one object combination puzzle we have. I don't know why the lid on it closes. That was like really important technically.
Hey, kid, this is your lucky day. We got an opening, and you're the newest Thunder Boy in the Johnny Thunder Review.
Yes, I've been working for this moment all my life.
Then sit on down. We got to start your makeup. Now, don't go too far. You never know what time is showtime around here.
That would just dump blocks of fake snow on the ground. Not a very festive holiday effect. I think that would be disrespectful. Not much use without the grinder. I think that would be disrespectful. I think that would be disrespectful. I think that would be disrespectful. I think that would be disrespectful.
There's no. This is a really boring fact. I'm going to share it anyway. There's no inventory combinations in Grim Fandango. You can't use an object with another object in your inventory.
Oh, that's right.
So if you want to put the bone in the bone grinder, you have to put them in this receptacle in the room. Another weird mechanical contrivance from my own head. a handheld snow grinder that would plug into a giant snow grinder. I'm sure they have those, right?
Wait, what's a snow grinder?
It's like a fake, like to make fake snow for the show. And this is what I'm talking about. You can't use the hand with the snow grinder. So you put the snow grinder down and then put the hand in it and then pick it up. And that's how you combine. This is a one object combination puzzle we have. I don't know why the lid on it closes. That was like really important technically.
I would, but it's full. I would, but it's... I think he'd be happy to know his body was serving the cause like this. I would, but it's full. I would, but it's... I would, but it's full.
Remember the
Ay, que alivio. I can't remember the last time I had access to a men's room. Buenos días.
Back off, sleazeballer. My husband here will bust your jaw.
Hey, what's going on under that raincoat?
I don't know what's going on under that makeup. Agent Calavera?
You? Didn't Salvador chop you in half early this evening?
Yes, which has given me this glorious opportunity to serve the cause by gathering funds for the LSA while stealing from our arch enemy at the same time.
What exactly are you doing with these slot machines?
I'll stick myself inside like a finger down the throat of Hector Limons himself, and I'll make the machine regurgitate the wealth it has devoured.
Yeah. Hola.
No drinks for me, thanks.
Meche, it's me.
Manny? That's some costume. Here, help me get Mr. High Roller here into this sheet so we can get out of here.
Hey, is that you, young lady? I'll get you.
Help! Special assignment just in from Salvador. Crack that machine and leave the change right away.
Yes, sir!
Not funny. Back. Oh, for crying out loud. Hey! God. Ah. Hey! Back. Not funny. Did it! My system worked. I knew it. I told you.
That's great. Now let's go so you can buy me a drink at the Romano.
I'll meet you at the train station with the tickets. There won't be one from me, so you'll have to go back by yourself.
I'll tell that gatekeeper everything. He has to help us.
Come, my lovely. I have another infallible system I'd like to demonstrate. Ow.
I think he's doing army. I think that's his deal. He's doing like
Right. Yeah, no, I
Soldier
get
Boy.
it. Yeah, it's like Gomer Pyle. Yeah.
Kind of like Gomer. Not Gomer. No, he's doing I don't know what he's doing.
Well, I mean, not Gomer specifically himself, but that sort of world of humor. Like T. Boone Pickens. No, not T. Boone Pickens, but T-Bone Pickens.
That's some of the most
Slim
visually
Pickens.
short-
There we go. Now,
Oh, exactly.
Like Slim Pickens in Doctor Strangelove.
Okay, don't bite. This is a note. You like notes, remember? Well, here goes nothing. Go, baby, por la revolución!
One of Hector's messengers. With a message for me? I know what you're up to. I've been watching. I'm coming to sprout you myself. Yours truly, Hector Le Mans. I knew it! I knew he was out to get me the whole time! You'll never find my secret hideout, Hector. You're going to have to find yourself another Flores!
Give me that. This remote control works the bone wagon suspension.
Out of the way!
I saw Bowsley run down here, but where did he go?
Something to help make this game, one of the secrets to it is just watching a lot of old movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of this, it's like some of them are references, but a lot of them are like plot elements, ideas of relationships between people.
You know that, but hearing all these names too, I just feel like a lot of times I catch myself saying,
Bowsley's probably in that maze, but I'd never be able to find him without something really helpful. Flakes of bone. Okay, I think I could follow the trail this way, but I need a little light. Baby tears.
Hey, what's that?
That must be the Flores hideout.
No, not that. The thing coming at us!
I can't reach that high.
I really didn't like early 3D,
Yeah.
like 90s 3D, because
Right.
I always thought it looked like cardboard boxes that were taped together and that someone had dragged nylons over, you know? And that implies a lot more smooth skinning than actually existed. It was really like, it was really, and then everything was painted on the outside, even things that should be modeled as an interior space, like ribs on a skeleton or something. Everything was painted on the outside.
Right.
And it looked ridiculous.
So it looked like everybody was wearing a Halloween costume anyway.
Yeah, and then I saw those papier-mâché skeletons where they painted the ribs on the outside, and I was like, this is perfect. This kind of folk art would actually look really good in 3D. There was a lot of pressure to get into 3D back then because it was seen as the future. I mean, obviously it was because a lot of everything turned into 3D, but 2D is still a big money-making thing in games too. I really didn't like her.
Hector? Hector, is that you?
You better back off, man!
I don't want to mess up my blade.
Hey, do you know what you just did? You just opened Pandora's box! You get out of here right now or I'll let you have it. Hey there, stranger. Can I help you?
I'm looking for something in a 9mm.
Oh, well, I have a very pretty bouquet of that right here. There you go. Would you like some baby's breath to go with that?
Sure.
All right, here you go. You have a great day now.
I'm here to conduct business with Hector Lamans. I just spoke with him on the phone, and he's expecting me.
You know Hector Lamans, eh? Okie dokie. Then answer me this one simple question. Okay, how many limos does Hector Lamans have in his garage?
One.
Oh, sorry. I guess you...
All right, let's go, buddy.
Okay, how many days after each dental appointment does Hector Lamans floss his teeth?
31.
Oh, sorry. I guess you don't know Hector Lamans like I know Hector Lamans.
All right, let's go, buddy.
Okay, what is Hector Lamans' favorite prime number? Yeah, well, that was an easy one.
Too bad. I win.
Best 2 out of 3.
Don't mess with me. I know Hector Lamans. Celso, what are you doing in Hector LeMans' waiting room?
Oh, he sent us out here to make up our minds about his offer. Who are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Actually, I work for Hector. He sent me to answer your questions.
I'll handle this, my sweet one. What can you tell me about these double N tickets? This price seems much more than double.
The real question is, don't you feel you're worth it?
I know we're worth it, but are the tickets worth it?
Well, they cost a mint because they save you a mint.
Well, I don't have a mint, so what do I care?
What exactly are you saving your money for? A rainy day? Because let me tell you, you're dead. Every day is raining from now on.
Yes, but there's no reason not to be careful with your money.
Well, enough about you guys. Let me tell you about my problems.
Actually, we have a lot of talking we need to do, so...
This makeup breathes about as much as vulcanized rubber.
Yes, but it brings out your strong jaw.
I can't raise my arms in this suit.
Well, let's just hope no one pulls a gun on you tonight, huh?
I just got back from the worst vacation I've ever had.
Actually, I just got back from quite an adventure myself, so...
Well, I'm sure you've seen flying spiders and flaming beavers, but trust me, it gets worse. You see, I've been to the edge of the world and back.
I had no idea traveling the land of the dead was so fraught with peril.
Now, how much would you pay just to skip the whole thing?
Darling, come. Let us blow our nest egg together. Mr. LeMans, we've decided to take you up on your generous offer.
Excellent. Excellent. The little lady changed your mind, eh?
No, actually it was...
Of course. He's one of my best. Well, come on in. Let's chat, shall we? I don't know who you are, and I don't know what spell you cast on the Flores couple, but stick around. Once I'm done with them, there's something across town I'd like to show you. Am I talking about just a job here, or am I talking about opportunity in the general sense? We've had a lot of openings in this office in the last couple of years, and frankly, we've had trouble filling them. I could really use a closer like you on the team. This could be your office. Yeah, try this on. See how it feels. That's yours too. And as an added bonus, 2% of these, Mr.
My name's Calavera, and I want a bigger cut.
Oh, but Mr. Calavera, I'm going to need most of these to get myself out of this world. You see, I've been a very bad boy.
I'm going to deliver those tickets to their rightful owners, and I'm going to deliver you to the compost pile. Hello? Pigeons? Friends now? I bet I could get over to the other roof on the leg of this sign, but the leg's pointed too far down and it looks like Hector blew the motor. Too steep to climb. Too steep to climb. Too steep to climb. Too steep, too steep. I bet I could get over to the other roof on the leg of this sign, but the leg's pointed too far down and it looks like Hector blew the motor. No, I have to get to that suitcase before the tickets blow away. I bet I could get over, but the leg's pointed to...
All we had to do was extract the text lines and just do it what they'd always done for all the Scum games. But I had a brother who's a screenwriter in Hollywood, and he had all these special tools to format his scripts as a screenplay. And I was like, it would be really cool if I gave Dara something he could bring into those guys who are really familiar with screenplays. He could bring them something that looked like a screenplay. So when I wrote the dialogue extraction, I made it actually format it like a script and actually do the characters going back and forth. And I gave Tim a way that he could indicate in comments in the code, if he format the comments a certain way, like she pouts or huffily or some other kind of cue, I would extract that and put it along with it. So just like in a normal screenplay, you'd have here's my line, and it's haughty or whatever. You'd have some cue to the actor about how it's supposed to be read. And I even put in scene markers, like this is in the High Roller Casino, or this is exterior docks. So they had a context for where it was in the game. And through the magic of HTML, when the web was new, I was able to just spit out HTML. So that's what I did. I wrote, it made a screenplay-looking thing in HTML, and then they were able to print it out and take it down there.
Well, so much for my third arm. Too steep to climb. It's cracked, but still stronger than me. happen eventually.
Ay, Chihuahua!
That one must be yours.
Don't forget to send for help.
Find Salvador!
Gideon, quick!
We were supposed to have coverage back there. Where are all of Salvador's men?
I don't know. He hasn't told me yet.
Hola, Manuel.
Time for you to swing, Daddy-O. Let's see you walk.
These flowers? All people Hector has sprouted?
Hey, when you're on top like my boyfriend Hector is, you make a lot of enemies.
Oh, I think I thought of the scary thing that ends in a greenhouse. It's Frosty the Snowman. Remember? Frosty the Snowman, they travel with the snowman, and then she needs to stay warm, so he brings her in. She's gonna freeze.
She loves me. She loves me not.
Well, you're half right.
Oh, Manny, so cynical. What happened to you, Manny, that caused you to lose your sense of hope, your love of life?
I died.
I see. I guess Domino was right. You don't have a shred of optimism.
Well, when it comes to shreds, Dom is the expert.
And by that same logic, Manny, you're about to become an expert in botany.
Is this where you tell me all about your secret plan, Hector? How you stole double-N tickets from innocent souls, pretended to sell them, but really hoarded them all for yourself in a desperate attempt to get out of the land of the dead?
No. This is where you writhe around in excruciating pain for about an hour because that idiot Bowsley ran off with all their fast-acting Sproutella. This slow stuff will sprout you, but it's going to take a long time, I'm sorry to say. Manny, where are you going? You've got some time, you know, before you have to leave. Get it? Leave!
Oh. Gracias, Toto Santos.
Come on, shake it for me, baby. One of you must be mine.
Salvador?
Manuel, listen carefully. There's a gun in the trunk of this car, but the trunk key is with my body somewhere in the meadow behind the greenhouse. Find it!
Right.
And tell Eva that I know she will guide the Alliance wisely when I am gone. For when I bite this explosive tooth, the deadly cloud will sprout not just my target, but me as well.
Your target? What are you...
Hey, get out of there!
Farewell, my friend!
What were you talking about with the head of the LSA in there? Huh, Sal? Got something you want to share with the class?
Only this.
¡Viva la revolución! ¡Ah!
He's fine right where he is. He's fine right where he is. It's locked. Hey, my scythe. Well, what do you know? Sal had a ticket all along. It's a... I don't really want to do that. It's locked. He's fine right where he is. Figures. Doesn't seem to be one for me.
Oh, I think I thought of the scary thing that ends in...
I'm not going in there until I'm packing some chlorophyll. I'm not going in there until I'm packing some chlorophyll. It's not doing anything now. It seems to be attracted to something over this way. It's not doing anything now. It's not doing anything now. It seems to be attracted to some... I don't really want to do that. It's not doing anything. It's not doing it. I don't really want to do that.
Oh, I think I thought of the scary thing that ends in a greenhouse.
I don't really want to do that. It's not doing anything now. It's not doing anything now. I don't really want to do that. It's not doing anything. I don't really... It's not doing... I don't really want to... It's not doing anything. It's not doing anything. I don't really... It's not do... I don't really want to do that. I don't really want to... It's not doing anything now. It's not doing anything. It's not doing... I don't really want to do that. I don't really want to... It's not doing... I don't really... Seems to be attracted to something over this way. It's not doing anything now. It's not doing anything now. It's not doing it. I don't really want to do that. I don't really want to do that. It's not doing anything now. I don't really want to... This must be the key to Salvador's trunk. Ah, yes. Lots of ammo. Freeze, Hector.
Yeah, you heard me.
Well, I think it's neat too that we've just, with Tim's storytelling, we come to see flowers as a bad thing, and to see an actual, meadow full of flowers. It makes something that would be pretty ominous.
It's grotesque. Yeah, it's
a
mass grave.
That's crazy. That's a lot of flowers. That's a lot of polygons right there.
So, yeah, those are individual flowers in the foreground, and then in the background that they were, pardon me, textures.
And Paul didn't copy and paste any of them. He built each one.
I grew them digitally. I put water on
He built them really small, and then I had to animate and scale each one of them up to the proper size.
Freeze, Hector.
Yeah, you heard me.
That doesn't sound good.
You can count them if you want. They're all here.
How about yours?
The company gave me one on the other end. Sort of a retirement present. And, demons ride free, right?
Aw, man, you know I can't go with you. I'm a spirit of the land and all that. I can't ever leave this world.
I guess I got so wrapped up in saving people, I just assumed I'd be able to save you too.
Yeah, but I don't need to be saved. I like it here. I'm not all alone in that basement anymore, thanks to you. I got a new job and all these new friends. I'm a big demon success story.
So, I guess this is it then.
Come here, give me a hug. You were the best boss I ever had. Bye.
Manny,
Yeah?
when we get to the next world,
What is it, Angel?
are we going to be together?
You know, sweetheart, if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Nobody knows what's gonna happen at the end of the line. So you might as well enjoy the trip. ¿Qué es esto?